As you know, Tom Petty widens my Jetty. I guess I've got it some kind of weird filter, sorry. This is my Tom Petty Barbie. I got a female Barbie and I gave her a haircut, a little bit like Tom's. I tried to erase some of her makeup with some paint pen. This is the cardboard rough sketch of a guitar. I'm going to print out a Rickenbacker guitar like Tom liked. I put two shirts and two pairs of pants on this female Barbie to make it look more male. And because I figured Tom looks more kind of like a female Barbie anyway, because he was kind of a slender person. He wasn't like a big, beefy, muscular guy. So, and it's easier to find female Barbies. I got this at a thrift store for like 99 cents, this Barbie, and I'm converting it to my Tom Petty Barbie doll. I got some nice black shoes. I am getting a nice hat, a nice black hat and jacket for him, and I'm going to print out a guitar and glue it to this cardboard. And then he's going to be my little Tom Petty spiritual deity, my spiritual guru, service musician, Tom Petty, who widens my jetty. Recently, my parents and I had brunch, and my parents split up when I was 4. So to have brunch with both my parents was a real trip. And I love my parents very much. And I'm working on forgiving all of the challenges in my family. We all have challenges in our families, including my family. And what I noticed is that when I drove around with my dad, he rented a car and he did not want to drive around with me in my art car, Opal Moonstone, and play goddesskring music on the stereo. He wanted to drive around in his white rental car that he got a good deal on. And he wanted to listen to Gordon Lightfoot and Eva Cassidy and Bob Dylan and classical music like Itzhak Perlman and things like that, his favorite music. And which is fine. I respect that he was doing what he wanted. But I was missing driving around in my art car. I was missing like the feeling of being special and being kind of famous in my art car and just missing that in both my parents. Like I'm kind of a stage kid. I kind of wanted my mom to be a famous artist and crank out her work and be more like Andy Warhol. And I wanted my dad to write hit songs and have a comedy show and dance around like Elvis because my dad did write comedy and music and he still writes comedy and music. In fact, he went to the cemetery to write a song about his kitty Fiona, who passed away tragically from a dog attack a few years ago, which was a really, really traumatic experience for him. And Fiona was an amazing cat, and he wrote a song about it for real. And I haven't heard it, but he wrote a song. And so poetry and songwriting runs in my family. My dad, again, writes folk music, and he's inspired by Gordon Lightfoot and Bob Dylan and Joe Baez and Joni Mitchell and all the amazing, Simon and Garfunkel and people like that, and Richard Pryor and George Carlin and Sam Kinison and all of the great comedians, Lily Tomlin and Robin Williams and I'm forgetting all the names of all the other comedians, but tons and tons of comedians that influenced my dad. And my dad grew up in Southern California, had lunch with Jonathan Winters, the comedian, got to meet John Wayne and got to meet Frank Sinatra. My grandmother danced with Frank Sinatra, long story, but so there it is. So I am going roller skating tonight with my friend, and it's going to be the 80s music night, and it's a cheapskate roller skate night at one of the local roller skating rinks around Seattle. And I've never been, but I'm going to go. I got myself some roller skates. Uh-oh, my shoe's falling off. The Tom Petty shoe is going to fall off. Where are my roller skates? Here they are. Check this out. I got roller skates. I found a really good deal on these, and so I'm gonna roller skate tonight with my friend. So I just wanted to catch up with you guys. I'm kind of a stage kid, wanted to push my parents on stage. They did not push me on stage. I'm a little bit shy, and I wanted my parents to kind of encourage me. But I'm doing it myself. I took stand-up comedy. I acted in a play recently, and I did a stand-up comedy class, and um, I'm working on more music with Dave Flowers from Interactive Jack Records, and this is my Tom Petty Barbie doll that I'm going to put in my art car on the dashboard and call him my spiritual guru deity. Tom Petty kind of symbolizes, aside from that, I really like his songwriting skills and his poetry, and I write poetry. I'm very poetic as well. he reminds me to stay focused on my heart and soul and to follow my dreams and to not let the bastards get me down. And in this climate of cancel culture, vulture, virtue signal soldiers, the right to be wrong, the wrong to be right reality. I wrote a song called Outsmart the Gaslighters, Polarized Landscape. Propaganda in this land to understand, not far from the you know what. I wrote lots of lyrics that insinuate things about current times. And yeah. So cancel culture, vulture, virtue signal soldiers, and polarized landscape, and outsmart the gaslighters. And so Tom Petty symbolizes to don't let the creepy people get you down. And if people are condescending and don't realize how intelligent you are, then just ignore them and keep doing what you love, no matter what. I don't like the way people are stereotyping each other. Not all wealthy Caucasian men are total jerks. This person, Tom Petty, was a Caucasian wealthy man, and he was not a jerk. He was a good person, as far as I could tell, who was trying to spread joy to people through his music. So there are wealthy white Caucasian men that are a positive force in the universe, and I think that it's pretty easy to get corrupted by money. If you're in a powerful position, it probably is hard to resist the temptation of getting corrupted by money and power and fame. But Tom Petty is an example of somebody who doesn't seem to have done that. He was offered millions of dollars actually to let his music be used in commercials for products, and he just did not want to do that. And I admire that about him. But it's all about the music and the art and the love. So there, he symbolizes Tom Petty. I have a huge crush on the guy. I have a huge crush on his musical stage presence. I never met the real person, Thomas Earl Petty. Tommy, his friends would call him Tommy, apparently, according to his bandmates and his two wives. He had a first wife and then he divorced and then he had a second wife, is what I mean by that. But they said that people close to him referred to him as Tommy, but it's not about that. This is about my connection to his music and how he symbolizes um, following your heart and your dream and staying true to that and not letting anybody scare you or shame you into compromising what you love and just continue doing it whether you're ever super successful or not. If you're doing what you love, that's the main thing that matters. So especially I appreciate that message, especially because I'm kind of a weirdo, eccentric, and I'm not a very mainstream artist. I'm applying to different art shows. I just got rejected by one today. Sometimes I get in, sometimes I don't, to art shows that I apply for that are free. I don't want to pay, but the ones that are free I tend to apply to. But that's why I did my public access show, Goddesskring, because I choose me. Billy Bob Thornton was struggling as an actor, and he rented out a theater himself and had a one-man show, and that led to the Sling Blade. That led to him finally getting an agent and finally working on Sling Blade and then breaking himself into showbiz. So it's kind of like if you want to be successful and you're kind of an eccentric person that is not getting noticed, perhaps what you need to do is to make yourself stand out is publish yourself, stand out yourself, do your own public access show like I did, make an art car, create a niche for yourself. Don't wait for somebody to discover you, discover yourself and share it with the world. And that's also the message I get from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. They were in Florida and they took off to LA and they just kind of pushed their way in. And it took years. It took bankruptcy. Tom had to file for bankruptcy. He got a bad record deal. He had to push, 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 push. And it took years before they could even make a living with their music. So most people would give up before then. So he was good looking, he was talented, and he was hardworking. So he had all of those. It seems like actually self-confidence is more important than talent and good looks. But if you're good looking, talented, and you have self-confidence and you have a work ethic, you need good looks or charisma, talent, determination, self-confidence, all of it. So you just have to keep focusing, focusing, focusing on doing what you love. I'm kind of scattered all over the place, but I feel like I have accomplished a lot with my art, and I'm trying to be a beacon of light to people and inspire people that feel like misfits and outsiders. I definitely feel like a misfit outsider. I'm a left-handed only child, Scorpio Earth monkey on the autism spectrum. I have synesthesia, I'm dyslexic, ADHD, all that jazz. And yet I've carved a niche for myself in the art modeling world and the medical modeling world. And I love animals, pet sitting and dog walking, and doing my artwork in my own way with total freedom and no pressure on me to make a living with my art because I make a living in other practical ways so that I can do my art for fun on the side, and spread the joy. So when I'm not driving in my art car and I'm just driving with somebody in a rental car, I kind of miss people waving and smiling. Sometimes I forget, oh yeah, they're waving and smiling because of my art car. It kind of brings on people's positive, fun energy when you drive around in an art car. It's very fun. So there. Okay, bye for now. Just catching up. It is June 9th, 2025. Oh my gosh, tomorrow is June 10th, 2025. I graduated from high school on June 10th, 1986. Wow, it's been so long. Okay, that's it for now. This is Shannon Kringen, goddesskring in Seattle. I'm excited to perform in the Fremont Summer Solstice Parade. I'm going to be a solo goddesskring dancer with magical dragonfly wings, and I'm practicing, and I've got my costume ready, and I'm going to dance solo, and then I'm going to be with the art car people at the Seattle Art Car Blowout called SABCO, Seattle Art Car Blowout, all day Saturday and Sunday at the Fremont Summer Solstice Fair and Parade. What is it, June 21st and 22nd, 2025. So there it is. Bye for now.